Alrighty, and with that, we are going to talk about how you can keep your business in sync with messaging and ways that you can offer faster and more personalized interactions and extend the messaging experiences to more parts of your business. Well, Bandar is joining us to tell us a little bit more about how you can actually do that. So, Bandar, thank you so much for jumping on with us today.
Thanks for having me, Andrew. And if you're watching at home, thanks for sticking with us and making it through to the last portion.
Well, Bandar, we have talked a lot about Flow Builder, but it's all been from the end user facing side of things and the agent side of things. Can you just give us a sense of what Flow Builder is and what it can bring to a business?
Yeah, we've really been excited by the adoption of Flow Builder already. Now, what's amazing about Flow Builder is that it's a low code interface, meaning that your average admin can start configuring flows without having to have any coding experience. It's meant to be a simple solution for you to have really complex flows. Now, with Flow Builder, you're able to take that same sort of experience you got with AnswerBot, but customize it to your own needs. And that allows you to extend out your service window to a 24/7 window. So a customer can come in and get really specific answers to their questions that may not have been represented inside of AnswerBot. It also makes it really easy for you to suddenly create a new flow if something's happening in your business. For instance, you have a new return policy or you have to close down a location for a few weeks. All of these things can happen inside of Flow Builder really, really simply.
Can we maybe dig into the details a little bit more? So when we say that it's a way to deflect tickets, when it's a way to automate customer responses, is it more or less a click to configure flow tree of sorts where people can build different paths to send their customers down? Is that what this is?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Because it's click to configure, it doesn't require a bunch of development work and a multi-month project. What you can do now with the tools we're already giving you inside of your suite is understand the sorts of questions your customers are asking, do some analysis on the sorts of questions and tickets you are responding to, and create flows with just a point and click interface. So you can create these flows that start to answer your most common questions, or even very specific questions if you happen to have a shutdown for a few days, or if your return policy is changing for a short period. You can make those changes on the fly in real time, and it doesn't take a PhD or it doesn't take 5 years of coding experience. You can just get right into it and make it happen.
It sounds really powerful. I think for somebody to be able to go in and just click and type and build a flow to automate a bot to solve more customer requests, it's really powerful. We've talked a little bit today with other folks about how our messaging experience can be extended. I want to switch gears here a little bit away from Flow Builder. You touched on this a little bit and talk about how folks can continue to extend the messaging experience, maybe beyond what comes out of the box.
Yeah, with Sunshine Conversations, we've really created a huge amount of developer platform capabilities that maybe you haven't had in the past. And the way that ties into messaging is really exciting. And it really allows us to do a few things that have been hard to do in the past and make it a lot faster and a lot more actionable for your developers and for the rest of your CX org. So the first thing you can do is you can start to integrate these messaging experiences to third-party systems and then present that information back in digestible, interactive ways, kind of these really rich experiences right in the messaging app. And so those are the sorts of experiences we sort of take for granted, but they don't tend to be in our messaging app. We're all used to booking a seat on an airplane, as an example, but it's quite difficult if I have to do that and toggle between a Chrome window and my Facebook Messenger and go back and forth and authenticate in multiple places. What we're allowing you to do is do that all in one place. So right inside of that conversation, you could book your seat on a plane or book a seat at a movie theater when that reopens. Or if you're doing a monthly box style business, choose what's in and out of your box. And you don't need to build a whole new thing. You can just integrate that into the existing systems you have that manage that sort of buy or booking activity, all within the messaging channel. You know, the other use case we're seeing quite often is one that I know has been near and dear to my heart recently with all of the takeout that we've been ordering, and that's multi-group conversations, conversations that have more than one party inside of them. So, Andrew, when you order your favorite barbecue restaurant to get some taste of Kansas City in San Francisco, you want to make sure that there are no problems throughout the entirety of the order. From the manager at the restaurant who may run out of your favorite ribs or have a question about how spicy you like your hot sauce, to the delivery driver who may not be able to find your house. Now, with the beauty of Sunshine Conversations, we can bring that into one threaded conversation across all the parties. And so you don't have to get a strange phone call from a number you've never seen. You can just respond to them inside of the app or the conversation with all the parties having all the context they need.
That is really powerful. I think there are a lot of scenarios, a lot of applications, a lot of businesses out there who have other folks brought into the conversation that may not be the agent, may not be the customer, that are going to help resolve the issue or help progress whatever is happening. I want to go back to your first set of examples that you gave when you talked about extending the messaging experience and including rich elements right into the messaging experience. I think that's so powerful. I think there's so many times that I've been on a website, I've tried to chat and get help for my issue, and maybe I have to update my billing. Maybe I have to go to a different part of the product or their website to order something, and I'm leaving the experience, I'm going somewhere else. To be able to do that right in the messaging experience and almost have somebody guide me through it and help me as I'm going feels incredibly powerful.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's definitely the future of messaging. As much as possible, we're trying to remove the friction for our customers. I mean, that's the thing that customers always tell us is don't make it difficult for me. Make it simple, make it intuitive. And that's what rich native messaging allows you to do, especially across these new channels. Each of these channels has different capabilities, and so taking advantage of them appropriately is really important.
I agree. Well, Bandar, we have a ton of resources for people who are listening today to learn more. They're in the sidebar, which is to my left or my right. I'm not sure which side it is. One of these ways. So I do encourage folks to go check out those resources and learn more about how these new capabilities can be applicable to you. With that, I do want to play a demo. We prepared a short demo of Flow Builder in action and how a business could extend the messaging experience. Why don't we go ahead and take a look?
Now let's take a look at the admin experience. What we're looking at is a pre-built real-time dashboard. What's nice about it is that we're able to consume metrics from all different service channels, messaging included, all in one place. As you saw earlier, CSAT can now be collected in messaging channels too, and it's included in the CSAT calculation we see within the dashboard. We can also observe that messaging volumes are pretty high right now. We've set the conversation in queue tile to turn orange to alert us when conversations have exceeded a certain threshold. So, what's going on? Digging into the data more, it looks like lots of customers are messaging us about how to download shows onto their devices. We're going to look at how we can turn that insight into action using our new Flow Builder tool. We're going to use AnswerBot to automate this inquiry to take the load off your team. When you build out a flow, it's basically a visual representation of a conversation between AnswerBot and your end user. As we saw earlier, we've noticed people often message Streamer asking for help downloading a show. So what we want to do is go into our tech support branch and add a fourth option, or quick reply, to deal with this. Let's add another one here now, how to download content. So now we can see the new branch, and we're going to need to go and click on it in order to configure it. We can choose from one of four steps. You can either send a message, show Help Center articles, you can keep branching out your flow with even more options for self-service, and you can also collect data that you'll need for troubleshooting, like username or email address, anything you want actually, before passing that conversation over to an agent for further troubleshooting. We know we've got an article that addresses the downloading issue that we're getting lots of inquiries about. When we go to this step, we can actually add an optional message we want to come before our article suggestion. Then, when we search for whatever Help Center article it is we want to present to the end user, found it. So let's add it in here. We can actually present up to 6 article suggestions within the same step. Once we have everything set up and we're happy with our flow, we can preview it one last time to make sure it looks good. Next is the very satisfying moment when we click on Publish, and just like that, we've updated our flow to deflect a common question, giving customers faster support while increasing efficiency at the same time. By the way, you can easily deploy the flow you just built in one of 17 different languages with just a few simple clicks. Using Flow Builder with AnswerBot is as easy as that. One great thing about Zendesk Messaging is that you don't have to choose between getting up and running quickly or delivering a customized experience. You can actually do both. If you need a little more flexibility than what's available out of the box with Flow Builder and AnswerBot, we've got you covered. We give developers tools to customize every detail of the experience with our messaging platform, Sunshine Conversations. Sunshine Conversations gives you the tools to deliver personal experiences for every customer. You can do things like add bots, automations, integrations, or even send proactive messages on social channels. You can also connect messaging to any piece of software or business system you use to run your daily operations. Imagine all the possibilities that this unlocks. Let's say that streamers decided to enhance the service experience by embedding their streaming platform into their messaging channels. Now they're able to deliver Zoe a carousel of movie suggestions based on her personal preferences, which are being pulled from data recorded inside streamers' backend systems. Some of these movies are premium content, so she's going to need to buy or rent in order to stream them. This is no problem whatsoever. With Sunshine Conversations, you can add integrations like a payment processor so Zoe can go about unlocking the movie she wants and paying for it without ever having to leave the conversation. As you can see, Zendesk Messaging gives businesses of all sizes the flexibility to deploy it based on their individual needs. You can get started right out of the box and build flows yourself in a matter of minutes, and you can use our platform to customize and personalize to your unique business needs all in one place. Today, we showed you how Zendesk Messaging is the future of service. It's convenient for your customers, offering continuous conversations across web, mobile, and social channels so that customers never have to repeat themselves. It makes things faster for your customers and agents using bots and integrations that you can quickly set up with ease. Messaging also leverages customer data to create rich, interactive, and personalized conversations tailored to their specific needs, no matter if you have one customer or a million.
Alrighty, I think that was an awesome demo. I think it really put these capabilities into perspective and showed us how Flow Builder can be used. And then everything you talked about in terms of ease of use really came to life. And I thought it was a really impressive showing of what Flow Builder can do. Bandar, thank you so much for jumping on this quarter and talking about all these new capabilities.
Thanks for having me, Andrew.